I do try to keep this drawer relatively organized, but because my friend got me a bunch of new washi tapes for my birthday, it's now looking a little bit messy. Hello again, team. It's Jess or JashiiCorrin, and welcome back for another video. As can be expected, today I'm going to be giving you guys a tour of my desk. Along with that, it's also day 20 of my Month of Planning with Me series. If you've been following along with that series, thank you so much, and if you haven't but you wanted to, there is a link in the top corner to that one. So before we have a look at my planner for today, we're first going to go and have a look at my desk. My desk is found in the corner opposite the door to our study. So when I'm sitting there, on my left I have the door, and on my right I have the window. The nice part about this position is that I get pretty good sunlight into my corner, but I also have a wall and low-lying part of the ceiling to bounce light off of when I'm filming my plan with me's. So starting in the top left-hand corner of my desk, I have my Tombow Jaw Brush marker stand. This is the stand for the full 108 pen set. I used to have the one that only had 96, but when I got the 12 new colours, I had to upgrade. In this corner you can also see that I have one of my lamps that I use to light up my shots for my plan with me's. You can see I've also got one of my speakers, and I also like to have my PowerSheets open on my desk in this corner as well. For the central part of my desk, I like to keep this space as clutter-free as possible so that I can do my work and my bullet journaling and anything else that requires space. You can see that along with my keyboard and mouse, I also have my Word of the Year card from Cultivate What Matters. This one came with my PowerSheets. And I also have a small pottery turtle which we got in Bath when I was about 5 or 6 years old. This is also the space that I film my Plan With Me videos in. Typically there's also a cable running up between the two screens that's used to plug in my microphone. But because I'm using that right now, you don't see it in this shot. On the other side of my desk we have my other speaker and subwoofer. On top of this I have my other lamp that I use to light up my Plan With Me's. We also have a cheap coaster, a small glass container that I use to put water in anytime I'm doing watercolouring, which isn't very often, my pen holder and my pencil case. In terms of the pen holder that I have on my desk, this is for the materials that I want to be the most accessible. So in this one I have a pair of scissors, a couple of paintbrushes, 2 Sharpie markers, one blue, one red, my Papermate Inkjoy pens that I use to fill in my PowerSheets, a couple of regular black and blue pens for taking notes, including this really pretty Pentel Energel pen that my friend got me for my birthday, and of course, as a teacher, I need a lot of red pens. Now we're onto the side sections of my desk. Under the top of my desk, but before the drawers start, I have a small shelf where I also like to keep some things. In this section I keep my A5 guillotine, my Dynamo label maker, and my Casio graphics calculator. In my top drawer, I really just have a bunch of different stuff. I try to keep it organized by using some various open-faced, inexpensive containers. So for instance, these 2 white ones that we have here are actually the packaging from my Archer and Olive journal. The small see-through container that holds my pens here is just one half of the casing that came with the Pentel pen I showed you guys before. And these 2 containers at the front are just 2 halves of a cue card holder. But now onto the things that we actually have in this drawer. So starting in the back left corner, this box is mainly related to watercolouring things. So I have my watercolour paints, I have my Pentel Aquash brushes, I have this little acrylic block under here which I sometimes use for blending, I have some masking fluid, some washi tape that I don't really like the design of, so I use it to protect my pages, and then I have this little cork stopper and a pin. The cork stopper comes from that glass jar that I have on my desk, and the pin is just there for if I ever needed one in an emergency. In this section here you can see I have a hole punch, I have my Creative Memories corner rounder, a bunch of small bulldog clips which are the ones that I use to secure my journal when I take pictures for Instagram. In this container here I have a bunch of Progresso pencils, and then I also have the pens that I use for doing my embossing, which I use these 2 powders at the back for. Moving forward, we have my pencil case that contains all of my Tri-Plus fineliners. Underneath that one, I have my Coliro Fine Tech Gold watercolors. In this zone here, I just have some batteries and a sharpener, some various sized double-sided tape, and then into the containers at the front we have various sized post-it notes. And then in this one, along with 3 different types of lip balm and a hand cream, I also have some whiteout and a compass. My second drawer down is just for washi tape. I do try to keep this drawer relatively organized, but because my friend got me a bunch of new washi tapes for my birthday, it's now looking a little bit messy. In general though, the ones that I have at the back here are all the ones that fit into color schemes. So, as you can see, we've got all of my blue skinny washies, green skinny washies, etc. All of these ones that say Crafter's Choice on them came from Spotlight. The roll that I have at the back here with these pastel colors came from Kmart. The ones in this roll over here came from my mum. And then all of the ones that I have in here are just a random assortment. As I said, I do try to keep them organized, so underneath all the mess on top, there is actually an ordering scheme. So you can see that along the left-hand side here, I have all of my 3mm washies. These ones also curve around to here because I have quite a few of them. Along the right-hand side here, I have all of my glitter washies, and then I also have a small section of glitter washies in the middle for my smaller glitter washies. In this section, I have my solid rainbow colors and my dotted rainbow colors, and then these ones in here are really just some assorted ones that I had before I had all of these. I probably do need to figure out a better storage system for these, but because I know what I have and I know where it is at the moment, it's not really too much of an issue. For my bottom drawer, this is again just a random assortment of things. So starting at the left and moving across, we have my 40cm ruler. We have my teal carry container, which used to house my Bujo supplies when I didn't have quite as many, but now it just houses my Sharpies and my Papermate liquid flare pens. In the middle section, we have all of my sticker books and my sticker binder. I've also got some watercolor paper and some brown paper bags, which are the ones that I like to use when I do some of my headers. I also have my drawing tablet slotted in here, my Mathomat stencil, and then in the front we have some metallic brush pens, a pencil case filled with washi designs that I don't actually like, and then my DSLR camera. Onto the other side of my desk, I again have one of those shelves that's directly underneath my desktop. The cable coming out of this is for my webcam, which I don't typically leave plugged in. In terms of the box beside it though, this is where I keep all of my Distress Oxide inks. Underneath this, but on top of my computer, there is supposed to be a shelf, but because the pins for the shelf actually sit just under the top of the computer, it means that I can't actually put the shelf in. What I instead use for this space is a shoebox that I've decorated with washi tape, but then because the washi tape kept peeling up, I then secured this with packing tape. Not the most glamorous box, but it does get the job done. In this one, I mainly just keep loose paper, my iPhone cable, my Helix circle stencil, 2 small spray bottles for when I'm using the Distress Oxide inks, and a pack of milk liners. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my desk tour. This is probably the cleanest that you're ever gonna see my desk. I'm interested to see how long I can keep it this neat. My bets are on half a day. On to my planning for today though. So to start with, I do have some things that I can check off from yesterday. So towel washing didn't get done, I will be doing that today. And I didn't end up filming the tidbit for my recipes OneNote, but that's something that I can do either later today or later in the week. In terms of adding tasks for today, there's only one that really comes to mind. And I can also write down and check off that I did tidy up my desk this morning. Nothing else to add here, so on to my monthly pages. So I can check off that Nick's birthday celebration was attended. but at this stage I don't have any other events to add. Nothing on this list has happened, but I do have some things I can fill out on here. At this stage I haven't had my breakfast, so I haven't taken my morning pill. Again, I forgot to check my Fitbit stats, so I can't fill in my steps tracker today. And just to signify that I have technically started the filming for some of these, I am going to go and check off for the new monthly planning page and the monthly splash pages that the filming for that has already started. Flipping on over. So spending I'm still waiting on. We do our budgeting tomorrow, so I'll be able to update it probably in Tuesday's video. And active minutes. Yep. Nope. This is starting to get a little depressing. I honestly kind of just feel like my heart's just not into it. Like, I have other things that I'm prioritizing right now over this. So, I'm gonna try not to feel too bad about myself about it, but yeah. For my word for yesterday, because we went and saw Zombieland 2 as part of Nick's birthday celebration, I'm going to have a word related to that. It just fits. On to my meal log. So for lunch yesterday, I essentially just had the popcorn that we ate at the movies. And for dinner, I had leftover noodle canteen. For dinner tonight, though, we're supposed to be making homemade yum cha, and it's like one of my favorite meals, so I'm very excited about that. As I mentioned, haven't had breakfast at this stage. Snacks for yesterday. Did I have any snacks? I think I probably had some gummy bears. And over to my PowerSheets. So to start with, I can check off that Nick's birthday outing was attended, which also means that I can fill in some progress on spending time with friends. I can also fill in some progress on play an Xbox game. I feel like I really probably should have worded this better and just had it as like play Xbox or something, so then I could include more than one game. I think I'm just going to include that on a list here. So, steal this one. I feel like there was something else that I've played, but I can't remember what it is, so I'll probably just have to go and check my achievements list. In terms of my weekly action items, I technically haven't tried a new recipe this week, and I really don't think that I'm going to by the end of today, but just in case I do, I'm going to leave it open. Chores are going to get done later today. At some point today, I'll give myself a face mask, and then for my daily action items, just before anybody attacks me over the idea of mindful eating when I had popcorn for lunch, remember that for me, mindful eating is about making sure that I'm paying attention to how full I am, so I'm not eating when I'm not actually hungry. With us now being about 2/3 of the way through October, I'm really hoping that in this last third I make some good progress on these things here. And also pull up some of my daily action items so they have a better completion rate. Let's go see if I can't get some of these things done today. Thank you for watching, team. If you liked today's video, please do make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you wanted to see more from me, feel free to go check out one of my other videos. Until next time, bye!